Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am your host, creator, and trainer of the TCP Supersystem. That is our crypto and equity analyzer that I use to create massive returns in the market that far exceed the 7% that you can get or that everyone boasts about and are so proud of. A couple of reminders here before we get into this third video tonight. This is for the third component in the system and the final component. Following this video, we will have one more that looks at the system in totality and walks you through all those different things. Again, we do this for free, so we share these signals, our interpretations at no cost. We bring you the alerts daily. We put them in our social channels, which are on the screen. And in return, we just ask that you like, share, and subscribe. That's the way you can support the channel so we can keep this free. And I will tell you, it's truly remarkable. It took me 2 to 3 years to build it. And it does a fantastic job of identifying those areas of opportunity to where you can create those alpha returns. Again, as a quick recap, I'll take you back a couple slides here. We had our first two videos are out there on YouTube. The first one covered our main indicator, which you see on the screen now. This had four components to it: the cloud formations, which were the green, and the red clouds, which were the uptrends and downtrends. We had the moving averages, which are the 50, 100, 200 day as support resistance levels. We had trend confirmations in the yellow signals, which were the triangles and the labels, whether you're going down or up. And then we had the diamonds, specifically the dark red diamonds here, dark green diamonds on the bottom side, and that's our favorite indicator, most opportunistic times when combined with the other indicators. Video 2 covered the hot sensors, which again, we're looking at two things there: the color scheme and the crossovers. Color schemes being white, gray, blue, yellow, orange, red. Again, red being the most opportunistic times, especially when combined with the diamonds. So that's really a pretty simple indicator there, but very effective. And then tonight, we're going to be discussing our mean reversion piece of this system. Basically, it's a standard deviation methodology, right? So on the screen now, you'll see kind of what this is. So essentially, again, it's a standard deviation, basic methodologies, looking at the asset's price action relative to different moving averages. And what we're doing is plotting three lines, okay, that will give you a pretty good indicator of the strength of the price action and the trend. You're going to see a couple things here. Again, the three lines are again based on the different look back periods that are the moving averages, so that 100, 50, and 10 day. We're going to see what we call, I guess, opportunity zones, which are going to be green or red. These are really just not necessarily areas where it would be buy or sell, but just opportunity areas based on the direction of that price action. We're going to see some extreme zones, or what we would call our rare events. Those are going to be in hashed lines, orange and blue, top and bottom. And we'll show you how to leverage those extreme zones in the future in the video later today. And then also you'll see some crossovers, which are really based on the 10-day, just for the short-term price action to give us kind of a gauge. And we'll talk through all that in just a minute. So that's it in short. Again, this component is intended to be used with the other two components to really give you a holistic idea and just more confidence with what we're putting out there. And by watching these first two videos plus this one, you'll have a really good understanding of what we're communicating in our videos. Again, we do announce a number randomly in this video. This will be the third number we've announced. If you reach out to us via Patreon, which that link will be in the description, to get one-on-one, attention, where we discuss any crypto or equity you want, we will ask you for those numbers because it helps us gauge those that are really interested. Again, we don't sell this system. We don't charge for it right now. We want to keep it free, but we need the support on the socials to make that happen. So please check them out. Again, the output, again, you're looking at really the focus is going to be, and we'll show you this in a minute, the three lines, which are going to be orange, red, and blue. Red will be your fastest line. then your orange, and then your blue will be your lagging indicator. And that's based on those look back periods. Again, those opportunity zones, and then the price action in relation to those extreme zones. And we'll go through that here in just actually now. So I'm going to give you an example that's live. This is actually not an image like we've done in the first two videos. This is actually a chart for Cardano as we speak, April 30th, 2025. And I'll show you a prime example. Now, I will say the mean reversion is up here at the top. This is everything else. So this is your main, this is your hot sensors, but we'll have a separate video that looks at all this together. But I just want to show you, and I may discuss this one with the main because we did that with the hot sensors and it does help. But again, there's your extreme zones. These are your, what we call our opportunity zones. And we're really watching the three lines in relation to these areas, okay? And what we have historically found is, and again, the X's up here, those correspond with the lines, right? So the orange, dark brown, that's going to be your orange based. The blues will be your blue, and then the red is going to be your X's, your white and red X's. Now, what we have historically seen is that, for example, on our main indicator, we got this potential reversal, confirmed reversal, we got the cloud formation, and we're in this uptrend, right? And a lot of people need to know like how or when to get out. And yesterday we discussed using the hot sensors, but today we're going to show you how you can use the mean reversion. So what the best scenario that we've seen so far is when the red fast line is up in the extremes with the orange penetrating into or through the green zone and the blue one approaching that green zone. That typically has been a great area before we see a big bounce. And like, for example, you can see here, now this one, by the time it got to the crossover, you can see here the red, I mean, all three were above the extremes. And when you have that, that's typically a sign of strength. But what you need to watch is that red line. And I would probably say the orange one. Because if you're trying to stay in this as long as you could, because you want to stay in this trend as long as that thing is green, dark red diamonds being, again, what we consider the most opportunistic areas to scale out when it's in an uptrend, but you want to try to maximize the time in that zone. But watch, that didn't really start to fall until right after the orange line hit back on that extreme level from coming down from above it, right? So that's one way you can leverage this. And again, typically at the same time, the red line, you want it to always stay above the red zone. And when it starts getting back into that red zone, I mean, look right there. But it's literally the candle before you had the big drop. So I mean, those are the two you really need to watch when you're trying to peg the top. Same thing on the downside, right? So on the downside, what you would really, or from the, yeah, really from coming out of a downtrend, what you want to see again is that red line being up in this extreme zone, the orange being up through the green, blue approaching, right? And that's really the juxt of the mean reversion. I mean, it's really to help support the other two indicators. I will say we make this system produce that red X when we feel like that when that red line hits above those extreme zones, that's when you'll get that red X. And then you'll get that white X when it is entering that red zone. So those are typically your, hey, this is getting pretty strong here. Let's pay attention. This is when it's getting pretty, starting to get back down to where we don't want it to be. And I will say you're going to get a lot of the X's. So I mean, I wouldn't say these are terribly important, and you'll get a lot of red or white X's when it really doesn't matter because it's based on the short term, more volatile line. That 10 days can be all over the place sometimes. So don't just pay attention to those. Again, we're really looking at the location of the lines more so than just the red or white X. We're looking at clusters like this. Like when you have a lot of dark clusters, like the dark brown, the dark blue, that tells you we're getting somewhere, right? So you got to pay attention, especially when you combine it with these other indicators. And again, so that's how we use it on both the upside and the downside. And then again, used to support the main and the hot sensors. So we'll see if we can find one more good example here. Before we wrap up this video, I will say, even though this is the training video, we will be providing another video tonight. That will be the alert video, the daily alert video. We did have 4 or 5 alerts today, so we'll be sharing those momentarily. This brings me to our announcement, and that is 3. The number 3, that will be the one for tonight's video. So make sure you write that down. So if you do reach out to us, we will ask you for that number and all 3 numbers to make sure that you have watched all 3 videos and can understand the system. And if you can produce those numbers, then we are more than willing to talk to you and discuss any crypto or equity that you want to know about. Let's try to find one more. Bonk's a meme coin that we do hold. That's really the only meme coin we hold. Just want to take a look here. So here you go. Look at Bonk right here, where we got this potential trend reversal. Okay, that was back on November 6th. At that time, look at the mean reversion data at the top. Your red line was entering the extreme zones. Your orange line and your orange line and blue line were basically trending together in that scenario, but they were both above the green zone. So that's pretty strong. And then look what happens. Right, and again, outside of just the hot sensor and the diamonds, watch when this thing starts, look where it starts to fall. Okay. Your red line and the mean reversion data is right here in that red zone. What do you know? We're getting that X, right? But right before that X, you can see we're getting the clusters. Not only are we getting the dark red diamonds, we're getting the dark clusters up here at the top. That's a huge indicator. I mean, very, very massive. And then, as soon as that orange got down, by the time the orange got back down to that orange extreme, you can see where, oh, hang on one second. So yeah, sorry about that. When that thing got back down to the extreme levels, you can see we were already back into the cloud formation, and we ended up getting a confirmation and then a downtrend. So again, that's how we use it. You can see over here. Let's check out this one here. Let's go right before it really popped. So we will say it really popped. It popped on it. So it's not that great of an example, but you can see here the day that it popped here. And I'll show you one key thing. I really don't want to do this, but I will. So on that day, you had the red well into the extreme, all right, top up there, along with the orange. And look where the blue line is. That's your slow line. It's entering into that green zone, or actually penetrating right to the top of it. That is very strong. And bam, you had your uptrend. But you could have even gotten in here well before that pop. Because one, what do we have? And this will come in the next video, really, but I'll show you here just to be nice. We had a confirmed uptrend, right? Look at the hot sensors at the bottom. It's red. Okay. Even better than that entry point. Look right here. Dark green diamond. Red, yellow, red, red. Hot, baby. That's how we know. That's how we make alpha returns. That's your spot. But I'll go into another video about using all this together. But I wanted to show you these mean reversion data lines tonight, how we use them. I hope it's helpful. Again, it's a 3-component system: mean reversion, main, hot sensors. We'll be coming to you tomorrow with a video covering all of it in one holistic video. From there, we will continue doing our daily alerts. We hope you like, share, and subscribe. You're going to find over time this is extremely fantastic at identifying these opportunities. Again, it took 2 to 3 years. The number is 3. Remember that. You'll need it. We'll see you in the next one. Best trading.